Hey, welcome to the Seven Freedoms Frequency podcast with me, Iona here at the Soul Legacy TV, Spiritual Business Success with Iona. So today is Thursday and it is what I call Environmental Freedom Thursdays. It's the new year, forgive me, Environmental Freedom Thursdays, which means that we're going to be talking about all the things that you have, your intentions for the environments that you want to be in, whether that's whether you want to travel, where you want to work, where you see yourself like working online, traveling online. I think my ring light just went out. Apologies. Anyway, contribution freedom. Environmental freedom Thursdays. Do you know why this is like baffling me? Is because I restarted the daily lives yesterday, which was Wednesday, which is emotional freedom. And yeah, the green t-shirt says it's Environmental Freedom Thursday. Doesn't feel like Thursday, and it's the 2nd of January. Anyway, let's move forward with this episode and dive in. What I want to share with you today is your environment and spiritual business success with Iona. If you're not new to this YouTube podcast, then I go live every single day here at the Soul Legacy TV, and I stream out on the socials and within the Soul Legacy Academy.com for myself and my students and for you. And so part of this daily live is me following on from what I call my 1 week to create a badass spiritual business vision board and bank 50K in 50 days challenge. Oh, do you know what? Yesterday I didn't even do the soul income game. I didn't spend my vibrational money voucher. Ouch. But we will today. So when we do the vision board, what we do is we set a vision of every area of our life, from our contribution, our health, our emotions, our environment, our relationships, our spirituality, and our financial freedom. And so every single day I like to think of it as a spiritual life coaching session on intentional living for Lightworkers. And so we want to think, okay, what have we got on our vision board? What is it that we want to actually manifest this year? 2025, let's go for it, right? And so what have you put on your vision board if you have one? And if you haven't done one, I will leave my vision board challenge in the cards, in the show notes, in the description, and encourage you to do a vision board for this year. I do my vision board annually on the second week in December, Monday to Sunday. So we break down an entire week, break down your life into 7 areas, the 7 areas that I've just mentioned, for living more intentionally and manifesting light work and lifestyle balance, i.e. success, what success means to you. So if you've done that vision board challenge, amazing. Whatever is on your vision board, or where you're going to do the vision board challenge, whatever is on your vision board, then we're going to break down the actual manifestation process and the visualizing. We're going to play your vision board every single day. The challenge is to play your vision board and commit to living an intentional life for the next 7 days, the 49 days, or even 365 days of the year, because why would you stop? And so hopefully we'll do that. You'll play your vision board in the morning and play it at night, right? So here at the Seven Freedoms Frequency podcast, the idea is to raise your vibration as you do your light work out in the world, right? And so we can go out there and we can point and we can say, I can help and heal the world, but we can help and heal the world from the space where we are looking after ourselves first, and we are pouring into our own cup, and we're actually experiencing life the way that we want to experience it. So we're going to talk about that light work and that lifestyle balance. And so every day I talk about what I call the soul legacy wheel. And I talk about this on the vision board challenge of breaking down and intending your life and saying, okay, well, what is it that you're experiencing now? And what is that gap, that vibrational gap between the vision of what it is that you want to experience? So for example, some of the things that you might want to put on your vision board, I share about doing retreats and traveling, building a spiritual business in a way that I can travel and I can have passive income streams around my book and my courses and my YouTube channel and my daily lives, all these things. And so having that vision is the motivation for me to actually follow through and take the actions that needs, because we're not taught how to do that in school, right? Or in college, or when we go get a degree. It's not that. We're taught to trade our time for money. And so when you create a spiritual business online, then a whole new world opens up, a whole new environment opens up. So what is it that you want to experience? Do you want to travel more? Have you been traveling? Have you, obviously we were on lockdown for a while and nobody was traveling. Do you work online? Do you work one-to-one? Do you want to work one-to-many? Where do you see yourself not only working but traveling to, living? How do you see yourself getting there? As in vehicles, as in where do you see yourself taking your light work online, being featured, being in environments? What social media platforms do you see yourself on as your vehicle? For me, obviously, it's YouTube. And I talk about my book, Spiritual YouTubers from Scratch, a soul guided influencer's compass to leverage your light work and lifestyle on YouTube. This is me streaming out on YouTube, streaming out on, I don't know, I've shared it on Twitter, X, whatever it's called, LinkedIn, in the Soul Legacy Academy for my students, on Facebook, in my groups. I don't know, in Telegram. Like, those are the environments that I have and want to build, and in the process of building my community. And so, and I love it. And the newest environment that I've created is Women Over 40 in Spiritual Business Network for online collabs and meeting in person. I have set the intention to meet as many of the members in there in person as I possibly can in 2025 and beyond. And so when you set an intention and you have a vision, then we've got to follow through. And I want to talk about the wheel of life. Obviously, we talked about that. We've talked about the vision that you have. And so the next part of this Seven Freedoms Frequency podcast is rating your vibration in alignment with being in, feeling in alignment with your vision, feeling in alignment with the life that you want to create. And so we rate between a 1 and 11 every single day. And what I'd love for you to do is follow the instructions for rating your vibrational frequency. I want you to learn how to raise your vibrational frequency without your physical environment, without anything having to change, without you actually going anywhere, actually rating your vibration. And we're going to be doing gratitude at the end of here, and that will raise your vibration anyway. But when you're visualizing and you're using your mind, like, your environment doesn't have to change. And I'll talk about the book that I listened to for today. I listen to a book every single day. Today it's Atomic Habits, and I've got some notes on that, and it's going to support you in your environment and the visualization and all those things. So I want you to rate your vibrational frequency between a 1 and an 11. We don't get a 0 because we're breathing. Like, we've got to be grateful for this body, this environment, right? And so we know that what we're manifesting out externally happens internally first, or most of us know that when we're awake, then we know that. And so it's like, okay, well, I know it, but like, to live it every single day, like, what is that? Like, can I really manifest? And a lot of people that I have spoken to over the years, like, believe in the law of attraction, know about the low vibration, know about high vibe, low vibe, and then go, well, and then they start speaking, and then they start acting, and then start complaining, and then they start, and it's like, you do realize that you are a powerful manifester. You do realize that you're co-creating your life, right? It's like, yeah, but da 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 da. And so rating your vibration every single day between a 1 and 11, seeing, and if your 1 is like in soul funk, you're just feeling meh, and 11 is like high vibing, everything is on point, like, you're guided, you're getting those nudges, you're getting those signs, and you're getting those synchronicities, and you're following it. You're not just getting it, you're following it, and you're following the nudge, and then the next door opens, and the next door opens, and the next thing. And so I love that, and I call that the soul guided influencers way, actually building your spiritual business and your life in that way. And so when you're awakened, but it's consistently doing it, right? And so following the nudge to where the universe is leading you to be in this environment, that environment, like, even if it scares you a little bit, like, following that soul guidance. So rating between a 1 and 11, and I want you to write it down. So I want you to write the abbreviation for Environmental Freedom Thursdays. And so in the comments down below, wherever you're watching this, if you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel, then come over and do that at the Soul Legacy TV, Spiritual Business Success with Iona. And so write your rating. I'd love to see your rating. So EFT, and not Emotional Freedom Technique. So Environmental Freedom Thursdays. And I'm going to put a banner up with the rating. I haven't actually done that. So my rating, let me do this. If you're in the Soul Legacy Academy, then there is a private community for my vision boarders and my students for you to do this. So the abbreviation looks like this. Hang on, if I pop that in. And so it looks like EFT, all right, your Environmental Freedom Thursday. So it could mean that you are a 1, you're vibrating at 1, you feel like in funk a little bit around your environment, or like you're just on point, you're in the process of manifesting all that you want. Now, what is on your vision board, what is on my vision board is retreats and traveling and working online. And I'm thinking, what else is on my vision board? I played it today. And my barn conversion, etc. Our barn conversion, I will say. And am I living in the barn conversion? No. Am I in like Thailand traveling? No. Am I on retreat? No. But it doesn't mean to say that my vibrational frequency will be lower. Am I in the process of manifesting it? Yes. Am I taking those soul guided actions to manifest it? Yes. So I'm feeling really good because I'm closing that vibrational gap. So when you write down your rating, and again, this YouTube podcast is in the Soul Legacy Academy, in the 7 Freedoms Frequency community. So if you are a student of mine, there's a 2-hour monthly coaching call that I give my boot campers and masterminders of the Soul Legacy Launch Blueprint, author and authority media program, and the Soul Guided Millionaires in the Making, Walk Your Talk, Mastermind, and Writers Retreat. And I can see that I had frozen then. And so there's space for you to body up, and there's space for you to do your rating. And when you do your ratings and you add up the score for the week, I want you to bring your scores to our monthly coaching call. That way I know that you're actually doing what you need to do in between. That's my way of holding you accountable, your way of showing if you are just bodying up, and me just showing you, actually, I walk my actual own talk. Because there's nothing worse than people pointing the finger. I can help heal your life. I can help transform your life. I can help do this. And you're not doing it yourself. That's when you feel like an imposter. You feel like a fraud. You feel like, why should anybody listen to me? You feel like people are going to catch you out because you're not living the actual process that you've actually created and you've been downloaded. So EFT, all right, Environmental Freedom Thursday. I do love emotional freedom technique, and I do a lot of tapping and stuff. So that's really cool. All right, so I have been going and not looking at my notes. So I am going to look down at my notes because I want to actually cover what I need to cover. And I'm going out of the house on a date soon. So I will talk about date night and date days on Relationship Freedom Friday, because I have that on my vision board as well. All the areas of my life I'm working on and in the process of manifesting. So legacy wheel, vision board, rating your vibration, soul funk to soul flow. And then this next part of and I should actually do that. I might actually do that, where I bring up the segments of the YouTube podcast and I actually do chapters. That'd be pretty cool. So then you would know what the chapter is. Anyway, we can get technical. I may do that next week. Setting soul's intentions. we decide, okay, well, what are the 1 to 3 things that we're going to do? So that could be one for me. Setting the segments of the podcast so I stay on track, and then you can scroll back to the segments for they're called chapters on the YouTube video. So I think that would be really helpful. Do you think that would be helpful? I think so. So yeah, I will do that. I will do that, definitely. All right. 1 to 3 intentions. What do you intend to do for the week to make your environment even better? I have just relocated, and I am in this. I've done my best with this. I'm used to having a white wall behind me. It's not a white wall, obviously. And I bought like my sister and my mum's like, well, just buy like a cloth thing. No, put up a cloth. I'm like, dude, I'm not doing that. So I bought like a backdrop And one, you can still see the wallpaper, my mama's wallpaper, behind me. And two, I noticed yesterday when I first did the live, you could see like the cloth, and I'm like, do you know what? This is the environment that I've got right now, and this is me in the process of manifesting. Is what it is. Is it going to lower my vibrational frequency? No, because this environment feels so peaceful. I was listening back to my environment when I was doing my vision board challenge and I was doing my daily lives, and I didn't do my daily lives, one, because of the internet where I was, and two, because of my sister-in-law's yappy dog. I'm sorry, but it was just yappy all the time, and it put me off doing my vision board. And while I was doing my vision board challenge, the last Thursday that I had done on this Seven Freedoms Frequency podcast, I actually processed during vision board challenge week my environment and changing my environment and shifting my environment. You can watch that back. It's the episode before this one on the Thursday. I've got a green t-shirt on. Episode 11, something like that, excuse me. And so it was really rough. It was really tough to focus. I'm not like an animal lover anyway. Don't shoot me down for it. Dogs where I'm from in this hometown would run after me or run out and after my friends and want to bite me. Like they were wild. So it gave me a fear. And so I'm just not. I've owned dogs with my ex-husband because the family wanted one. Like I wouldn't harm one, but anyway, longer story shorter, it feels really nice to have peace and know that I can just go live when I want to go live without you saying, can we have the dog? And I don't want to encroach on somebody else's environment. And it's not to be rude, because I was grateful for the environment. And for those of you who don't know, I gave up my home last year in order to build my business and travel and set those intentions. I suffered burnout over well over a year. It took me to get over fostering 3 children under 5. I did have fostering in my sights. I wanted to do that like from when I was in my late 20s. And then the universe said at age 49, here's 3 children under 5, twins. There you go. That was your goal. Burnt me out, turned my life completely upside down. And in the transition out of that, I decided, let me give up my home. It's not where I want to be anyway. Let me be a free spirit and actually go for it, burn my bridges and manifest my barn conversion. So that's where I'm at, right? And so my environments have changed over this last year. And when people say, oh, a digital nomad and the what have you, like I realized that actually I need an anchor as well as traveling and having that freedom. So when you're putting things on your vision board and you're trying it out, if it is something that doesn't feel as good as what you thought it would feel, change it. Like just change it. So my environmental freedom, all that to say, is I feel really good about it. Like one, my mum's ecstatic because she's got a baby home. I'm the youngest of 7. So like, yeah, she gets to spoil me and she gets to do all the things. And my environment, I'm at peace with it. And where I've relocated is back to my hometown. And there are so many things to do. But I think I've been here just a week and a half, almost 2 weeks Saturday. It's Thursday now. And I've been out on a date and I'm going out on another date, a second date. I went out for the New Year's. Everything is accessible. I've got a grief companion group that I am signing up to. I've got Toastmasters. I'm going to be seeing. I know that the salsa is going to be there. Actually, I have to write that down. I took it off my vision board because the environment that I was in before, the salsa class was awful. I'm going to write that down. So setting soul's intentions for the week. I'm writing salsa down. What would you do over this next week? What are the 1 to 3 things, either one that you've got to let go of, stop doing, that's hindering your environment, or 1 to 3 things that you want to do to improve your environment? So I did that as soon as I got here, as soon as I touched down. Excuse me, my nephew drove me. It's like 200 miles from where I was in my second hometown. And literally we unloaded everything. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And he's like, you've got a lot of stuff. I'm like, no, it's not really. I got my ring lights and I brought my Mac, my big desktop and a foot spa and things like that. Like, but I organize the environment so that it can support me on a daily and I can have my habit. And my mom's like, really? You did that? And I was like, yeah. So wherever I go now, I've learned to just set myself up as best I can. But it feels like ease, grace, and flow. So the things that I've been doing, one of the things that I was talking about yesterday on the Seven Freedoms Frequency podcast was doing my wall chart. I haven't finished it. I'm going to spend the rest of this week and into the weekend of visualizing what is on my vision board, but actually bringing that into my daily habits, which brings me into the book for today. So what 1 to 3 soul's intentions are you going to take action, soul guided action on, inspired action on this week? What do you commit to about your environment? And so again, if you come to the 2-hour monthly coaching call to manifest more light work and lifestyle balance, then I will support you in it, and you can buddy up and come to the call, etc. And I'll share with you how you can get on that call. If you want to register for the Spiritual Business Book Marketing on YouTube masterclass, there's a 4-hour replay and the Bank 50K in 50 days, then you can go to the soullegacyacademy.com and join me, and I will teach you how to speak to, serve, and sign up your high-paying soul clients online so that you can create a business with more freedom. But I'm going to leave this up because I think it's pretty cool. All right, so setting 1 to 3 soul's intentions. What I want to do is talk about the book for today, and it is Atomic Habits. So every day I have a book that I listen to, my go-to book for the day, which the idea is me living more intentionally is to support me. I've got books on my vision board, like I'm a bookworm. I love books. I love my book. I'm following my own teachings in my book, and journaling about it in my own journal. But I listen to a book every single day that is going to support me on whatever freedom, whatever area I'm focusing on that day. So today I listened to Atomic Habits. I love, love, love this book. We've got a 7 Freedoms Frequency book club for our monthly coaching call. And for my book, if you want to go through my book and actually, buddy up and stuff, like, you feel free to do that. Again, it is Spiritual YouTubers from Scratch, a soul-guided influencers compass to leverage your light work and lifestyle on YouTube. If you have a book that you want to share with us in the book club, then please do feel free to share. Come to the masterclass and you'll find out more about it. Join my community, join the Soul Legacy Academy and the Hub, and I'll talk about it in there as well. So bodying up and listening to a book or reading a book, people say, oh, what book have you read? Books can transform lives, but not if you don't implement them. And so the book that I was listening to today, just before coming live, was Atomic Habits. Now, we can listen to many self-help books, right? Self-help, but they stay on the shelf and we don't actually know the author. We don't actually implement the things that we're learning. So for me, my book, I have a 5-day course that goes inside my book. And so that's the environment that I wanted to create for my readers. I wanted to say, okay, read my book on Amazon, then come into the Soul Legacy Academy and become a student. And then actually, these are the daily lives. This is the environment that I wanted to create for my readers, my students, my marketing, etc. And so most of the times you're not going to get to meet an author like on a coaching call or on a daily live. You're not going to journal with them. And so I wanted to reset the industry for the self-help to that soul help, like literally supporting your soul to have that highest expression on this earthly plane. So the book Atomic Habits, by James Clear, is phenomenal. Atomic Habits, like little tiny habits that you have. And so I was listening to, I can't remember the chapter because I closed it down, but it was early on in the book. It might even be chapter 1. And James Clear talks about the habits and the decisions that you're making. I'm going to have a look at my notes and just jog my memory. And he says that sometimes people want to get the thing that they want and they set a goal, and it's not the goal, it's the systems that are underneath to get that goal. Meaning, for me, living an intentional life is about creating and intending, creating systems around your life. I teach to get clarity, confidence, systems, and strategies right in your spiritual business. And so James Clear talks about like the habits that you have for your life the systems around any goal for any area. So we're talking about contribution, health, emotion, environment, relationships, spirituality, and finances. And so you have this goal, right? But if you don't have the systems underneath it, then you might go after the goal. Say my goal for the environment, he talks about, he was saying this today in the book, that say you've got a goal to clean your room, and you clean the room. But then like a day or 2 days later, and I remember actually as part of my spiritual businesswoman network, when I built the spiritual businesswoman network, that environment, I shut it down actually, and I've transitioned to the women over 40 in spiritual business network. And I remember many of us just saying the pile of ironing, like that, just that pile would just be sitting there, like screaming at us, like, get it done. So if we look at that and think, okay, well, I've done this ironing. So when I had the children, that's all I did. I like ironed. If you look at that and it's like, okay, well, I'm ironing or I'm cleaning my room, but it's a one-time thing. And so if I don't have the habits to take the washing, which I've done today, actually take the washing machine out of the washing machine and hang it up nicely so it'll dry faster, and then put it away or iron what needs to be ironed, and then I don't have a pile. I can clean the room or do the washing and then have another pile. So every time if I washed, it's like, okay, well, put the pile, put the pile, put the pile. It's the habits that we have that are stacking up to have things be a hot mess. Now, if you think of, for me, living an intentional life and breaking down our life into having that light work and that lifestyle balance and manifesting more of that, what you have around your emotions, apologies for the glitch, what habits do you have around your relationships? What habits do you have around your spirituality? What habits do you have around your finances? Now, if you don't have the habits that are going to support you with this vision that you have, then it's not really going to manifest. You're going to push that away. So he says, James Clear says about like an aeroplane. He used this example, another example. If you change the slight direction on an airplane, at first it's not going to make that much difference, but over time you're going to end up in a completely different direction, and a different destination. And so he says it's the same with your habits. So if you don't do something one day, like workout, or you do, so there's a good habit and a bad habit, as he says, positive, negative. The things compound. So say if you smoke one cigarette, nothing. If you smoke for however long, or if you're eating a certain way, one potato chip, one donut, one what have you, okay, well, if you're going to do that for an entire year and only eat junk or eat junk every day, you're eventually going to see that habit produces a specific result. It's going to compound. And so you choose whether you are the version of you who is in alignment with that spiritual business success. So for me, my environment, I'm like, yeah, I feel 11, I feel high vibe, because I know that I have the habits. I have the habit of going out on my daily walk today. I went yesterday, I went today. Like, I'll be able to track on my, which I haven't looked actually. I'm going on a date. I haven't had a look at how many steps I did yesterday and how many steps I did today. So far, 4,413 steps. I did a shorter walk because I know that I'm going out later on a date and I'm going to be walking for like another half an hour. Yesterday, what was mine yesterday? So the goal is maybe, not maybe, around 10,000 steps. I'm good with it. Oh my goodness, it's given me, I don't even know, it doesn't normally do that. Hang on. I'm going to look, just because I can track it. So I can track my actual habit. So the day before was 17,000 steps. And the day before that was almost 10,000 steps. The day before that, it says 53. Big difference. So as you set your, so over the last 4 days, because it's Thursday, I've done 32,000 steps, over 32,000. I've done more than that because I don't have my phone on me all the whole time. I don't strap it to me, which that could be a habit where I actually strap my phone to me and see how many steps I'm actually doing, right? So I'm tracking my health and I'm tracking the environments that I'm going in to. And tomorrow is the first gym day in this location. Like, excuse me, if I didn't have the habits, then what I have on my vision board is not going to manifest. And I've got a Tough Mudder on my vision board, and I've got the 3 Peaks challenge for this year. I can say this year now, for July and August. So if I don't do anything, I'm not going to be ready. And last year I wasn't ready to do the Tough Mudder. This year your girl's going to be hench and ready to do the Tough Mudder. So I've got those habits and systems in place and alarms to remind me of, okay, these are your habits. I've got the visual of, okay, this is the year that I want to map out. And it takes a little bit of work. It takes a little bit of time. You don't just do all of the habits all at once, and you kind of just feel your way into your day. And I call it intentional living and segment intending your day. I'm still feeling my way back into doing the live. I was doing it at 11:11. I'm like, okay, I'm not going to do it at 11:11. I'm actually going to do it when I feel like doing it, probably in the afternoon. And so actually I did change it in the afternoon, and then my weekly videos for my other YouTube channel, and then my relationship videos as well. So I did actually change that, and I haven't followed through yet because I've just come back onto doing the live. So those are the intentions, those are the habits, that's the environment. My intention is to build up my YouTube channel. And so I think that is what I want to say with the book for today. Hopefully that has helped you. And so it when you're reading a book, listening to a book, make sure that you are actually implementing things that the author has actually said. And obviously for my book, I've got a 5-day challenge in there. I'd love to see you implementing it. And if you come to the masterclass, I will gift you some Q&A that goes with the 5-day challenge in the book. And the Q&A is the first Monday to Friday of the month at 7:30 p.m. UK time, October through to April. All right. Done the book card for today. I had 2 cards for today from Keepers of the Light. Let me take this off. From Keepers of the Light by Cal Gray. So the first one is, if the 2 is going to jump out, I'm just going to have them. Inner strength. Move back to wholeness. Recognize that you have the power. Ooh, I needed that today. Bridget, I haven't read these today. Bridget is the Celtic goddess of Ireland who is closely associated with fire and the time of spring. She is the twin flame of Cernunnos. Can't say that. She was so well loved by the Celtic people that when Christianity came to Ireland, she was adopted as a saint of holy wellness and other holy places. She is a powerful figure who can help us channel our energy into something that is important for our growth. Exactly. And as she herself has lasted through the ages, she adds longevity to our journey so that we can reach a deep state of wholeness. You can call on her to bring her sacred flames to burn away anything that's no longer serving you, to bless any new projects you have in mind for support with fertility. Love that. And so thank you to a soul sister who I put out my spiritual awakening, seeking co-authors for my spiritual awakening annual book series. And I had tomorrow, which is the 3rd of January, as the day, because it'll be every Friday, that environment, having a group call. And like, it feels too close to the holidays, so I'm going to push it back. And I hadn't actually cancelled the event. And a soul sister shouted out and said, she posted on my timeline and DM'd me. So thank you. I did get it. And she said, you know, I'm coming to your call. Please send me the Zoom link. And it's like, there's a process to it. So I love that. The environment, if I'm going to be on the socials, this was on Facebook. If I'm going to be on the socials, I'm going to use it with intention rather than being pushed and pulled by the socials. And that fertility of a new project is amazing. All right. Extended message. Your spiritual fire is growing within. Recognize that the power, and she asked to be on my show as well at Soul Legacy TV, so thank you. Recognize that that the power of your soul is greater than you think. You have come a long way since you began this journey. This is a powerful force within you. Sorry, there's a powerful force within you, and you have the ability to create wonderful changes in your own life and inspire those around you to do the same. Be aware of new projects, opportunities, and the fertility of ideas that can grow into something larger than you may imagine. Call on the fiery goddess Bridget to light the way ahead. Can I get an amen? Thank you absolutely very much. Yes. All right. Oh my gosh, you know what I just did? Took the card out of the place. So we've got this card as well. So we've got two today. Hang on. There you go. White Eagle, ancestor spirit, connect to your lineage. A family wound or pattern can be healed now. Both of these cards are very relevant to me. You don't know if they're very relevant to you. White Eagle is a Native American shaman who is dedicated to honoring our spiritual heritage. He is a world-renowned spiritual guide who has been particularly cherished by mediums all over. He first spoke through the medium called Grace Cook. I was going to say Cook. My accent has gone so much broader being in this environment. In the early 20th century, he is the guide who helps create clear channels in our bloodline and our spiritual lineage so we can access the heart of the creator. He also helps us move into sacred harmony where we can hold sacred space to honor a change, transition, celebration, or anything else that deserves time. He is wonderful for clearing space when we call on him for helping forge spiritual connections. Yes. Extended message. Take some time to honor just how far you've come. I actually was doing that today. I actually was on my walk, so thank you. And how far you've come, obviously. Recognizing through ceremony and ritual the shifts of your awareness, healing, and the journey really allows you to move into a state of grace and gratitude. We're going to do gratitude in a second. You have or have recently had an opportunity to heal an old family wound or pattern. It's important to connect with your family in spirit so that you can set a new energy of love in place. Thank you. I don't know why I look up, but thank you. Bring it. Just bring it. Like, yeah, I'm asking. Thank you very much. White Eagle is bringing your ancestors through to you and allowing you to know that they are happy and well. Thank you. He is sounding his sacred drums to clear your spirit. Can I get an amen in the comments? Just saying. What wonderful cards. So every day again, so I visualize, I play my vision board, I tap. I haven't been tapping this last few days, and I don't think I'm going to bring it in. I haven't done my meditation either. I may do that at night. That is me and my mastermind office hours resuming. Okay. Did you like those cards? I did. All right. So I've got, okay. I'm happy and grateful and appreciate. What I will do is we'll do the soul income game before. No, we'll do the note from the universe, then the soul income game. Then we'll wrap up with gratitude. How about that? Note from the universe. This is from Mike Dooley. Love Mike Dooley's work. A note from the universe. I'm not sure of the actual website. I think it's the universe or something like that at TUT or TUT. Anyway, these daily notes are just the bomb. So again, environments. What do I want to have in my inbox? I have unsubscribed from so many things. I don't have a barrage of emails. I'm not subscribed to a bunch of gurus lists. I'm just not really interested at all. I've got my own Soul Legacy Launch Blueprint and I'm living into that. And it's really lovely. Anyway, it says, Iona, what part of visualize do you think most people misunderstand? Or don't they do it just once a day, a few minutes, because they've yet to realize whatever it is they most want lies only a little thinking away. Can you hear me now? The universe. So the visualization, do you must misunderstand or don't they? Just once a day for a few minutes because they've yet to realize that whatever it is they most want lies only a little thinking away. So they're not always really easy to read, but when you're thinking what you're thinking, what you're feeling, is what you're going to be manifesting. So the note from the universe is reminding us to visualize, which I'm encouraging you to do, but not just visualize, actually take soul guided action throughout your day today as you contribute the environments that you want to contribute, the environments that you want to manifest your health in, the environments that you that light you up and make you really super happy, the environments that you want to, again, work in, travel in, etc., the environments that you want to, I'm going out on a date and we're going to a bar and then we're going to have some food. Like, I didn't have that at my fingertips not a couple of weeks ago, because the town that I was in is boring, and you can't really say that about a whole town, but it is. It's dead. It's not active. Like, I'm a city girl and a country girl, and I'm from the city, and the city, I'm not even gonna lie, is lighting me up right now. It's lovely, and to be able to share that with someone is phenomenal. I'm going to talk about it on Relationship Freedom Friday a little bit, and I'm going to talk about it more with permission, actually, and my journey, not mass details, but my journey with manifesting on the YouTube channel as I create a dating app, because I just think wow to the dating culture, like literally wow. So just saying. So let's do the Soul Income Game, Bank 50K in 50 days challenge. Right. So this is the Soul Legacy Journal, a bit tatty, but I use it every single day. It's a blank notebook that I write in and journaling. And so this notebook is your chapters of your life, right? And you get to write in it every single day, and it gives you a vibrational money voucher. So if you don't know what the vibrational money voucher is, do the 1 week to create a badass spiritual business vision board challenge and Bank 50K in 50 days, and you'll get it, right? So we spend our vibrational money voucher that this Soul Legacy Journal gives us. We're playing a game around manifesting money. We're playing a game around paying for the things that are on our vision board. We're playing a game around things just showing up. Like, it doesn't mean to say that we have to pay for the things that are on our vision board, just the experiences. The universe says, here you go, here you go, here you go. It's amazing. So we spend our vibrational money voucher every single day, and we tithe 10% to a worthy cause. My worthy cause is Compassionate Friends. It's a charity for bereaved parents. And again, in this environment, I contacted the organizer, and hopefully she'll message me back. It's been the new year. So to be around other bereaved parents is like, I have to explain that pain. Do you know what I mean? And so I tithe 10% to that worthy cause. I've spoken to the organizer. I've actually done volunteering and stuff, training to volunteer, and I'll see if that role comes up, or whether I do a meeting online or what have you. I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, that's a worthy cause that I tithe to. And I invite you to tithe to a worthy cause that you actually believe in, right? So use the vibrational money voucher to do good. So you are being the best version of you. And you're like, it's good to have money. We're not, it's just energy. It's not like, oh God, I've got money blocks and I can't have money, and all the stories that we tell ourselves. Like, no, dude. It rewrites the story and puts money into the hands of light workers doing light work in the world. Hello. Anyway, spend your vibrational money voucher, and the rest of it, you either spend it each day, so £900, dollars, euros, wherever you convert your money, and it's energy, so we're all good, and spend it. And so you can spend it freely each day, or you can carry over the balance to the next day, and the next day, and the next day, or spend part of it. You play with it. It's your money. Like, do what you need to do with it. But on the Sunday, you will have essentially manifested from the Soul Legacy Journal 7K, £7,000, dollars, euros every single week. So by the Sunday, you will have had 7K. What would you do with your 7K? Like, spend it. I tend to leave my money until the Monday. It's not, there's rules to the game. So you tithe, you do not hoard the money, you do not save it in the bank, you do not spend it on bills, utilities, you play with this money, right? And so you haven't put utility bills on your vision board. And if you have, Yeah. So, because that comes with it, right? In order for me to manifest the buying conversion, is like our buying conversion. And I'll tell you like why on relationship freedom, why I'm saying our buying conversion, because I don't want to live in the buying conversion on my own. I want to live in the bank and our buying conversion with my husband. So it's ours. And I've always said my barn for years. And so yeah, I thought that was funny. It's like when I said it to him, he's like, hours bank conversion. I'm like, okay, well, I'm going on my second date, so our ban. Just have fun with it, play with the money, spend it and write it down in your journal what it is that you're spending your vibrational money voucher on, and go to the places, go to the websites, go to the Airbnbs, go to Amazon, put them in your wish list, like add up the money. Like, why do you want the money? You know, when you've got money blocks and you are not manifesting all the things and you're like blocking it and pushing it away, when you do this, you play a game, you're letting the universe know, okay, well, this with this and this. And I have a soul sister, and you know who you are. And we were talking behind the scenes, and I'm not going to say exactly what she'll tell you. And so it's like she said, I didn't even put this thing on my vision board, but she told me about it, and she was like, I did visualize it there. And she said, what are the ways, you know, the soul intentions that I can manifest this? And I'm like, okay. She's like, could it be this? Could it be that? And I said, write them all down and do them all. And she didn't have to do any of them, and she manifested it. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but I love witnessing that as students. When you put in the vibrational work, when you close that gap, it's manifesting. And the laugh that she had, just like, oh, it just was amazing. She didn't have to do, the opportunity came to her, and she knew exactly the amount and how it would cover it, and boom, the manifestation. I love celebrating with you guys. So post in the vision board group, come to the monthly call, and I can support you in even just setting that intention, excuse me, to manifest, and setting intentions to throughout your week. It's like, it's a powerhouse. Like, living an intentional life is lit. I love it. So that's how you play the soul income game, excuse me, and bank 50K 50 days challenge. We do it vibrationally first, but if you want to have a business model that is based around your book, so my business is based around this book, right? And all inside my book, I've got 11 key principles of how to start, build, and grow a successful online spiritual business on YouTube with a #1 best-selling book launch. I explain, I've got all of my business, all of my links, all my everything, all of my calls, all of my courses, everything automated for 7 years. Don't have to touch it. I have my assistant touch the updates of my online calendar, but it's scheduled out for like 3-4 years at a time, right? Like, literally, this video on the links that you see, it's beautiful. I love it. I wanted to be an environment online where it welcomed me sharing to my soul tribe, YouTube, rather than a platform that is constantly suppressing my content. Just saying, you know what I'm saying. So, if you want to build a business model, excuse me, where we're talking about the banking 50K in 50 days, speaking to, serving, and signing up your high paying one-to-many soul clients. So you're in vibrational with it, and you know, okay, well, this is the business. I've got a 1-page plan in there, a 1-page spiritual business plan. So you've got your price points, you've got the back end of your business, your marketing, and you're automating, aligning and automating and leveraging as much as you possibly can. It's such an incredible model. You're doing the maths to that bank 50K in 50 days. So if you just try and do it in the visible world and you don't do it energetically, you're going to have those blocks. You're not releasing those blocks, right? But when you do it and you've told the universe already and you're living into it, it just is the most natural state. It's not a big hairy deal anymore because you've done it 1,000 times in your mind. And James Clear was talking about in Atomic Habits, just how visualizing and a cycling team visualizing and doing the habits and all the things made such a difference. Like, we know this. I don't even have to convince you. So that's the soul income game. And I think that is it, apart from gratitude, because I've got to get ready for my day. I'll let you know how it goes on tomorrow. not all the details, just a little bit. I'm going to be sharing more annually on the vision board challenge. I want to keep the secret sauce, and I want to get permission as well to share before I share, because it's my journey, and setting that intention and calling in the one. I talk about calling in the one and the book, and yeah, pretty exciting. So let's do gratitude. I think that is it. It doesn't look like it. I don't know. I think that's it. We've been on here nearly an hour, so it's got to be it. So I've got my gratitude stones, my love heart, my crystal. And I say the way that we do gratitude here on the Seven Freedoms Frequency podcast, every single day, we bring those 7 areas into our vibrational awareness and alignment. And so, yes, it's Contribution Freedom Thursdays, and we're setting those intentions for the next week. We're looking back on the week that we've had and where we are now in terms of our environment and our vision board. And then we're setting those intentions. And if you've dropped off, fine, reset. But be grateful for the things that have manifested already and the experiences that you've had. So I'm going to do that. So I say I'm happy and I'm grateful and I appreciate. That's the energy and the vibration. And it could be something from the past, something from the present, and something from the predicted future. In order for our vision board to manifest, before it manifests, we've got to be grateful and in alignment. And even if we're not all the way there, we're like 51% tipping in that direction, in the high vibe direction, rather than at the lowest vibrational frequency or on the emotional scale. And I talk about that on Wednesdays for the emotional scale from Abraham Hicks. So let's say gratitude. I'm happy and I'm grateful and appreciate. So we're going to go with my acronym for living an intentional life. I call it the intentional living codes. Is that dial, that raising your vibrational frequency in on these areas, the 7 freedoms. So I say we're rising and we're residing at the Cheers to Financial Freedom frequency. So cheers stands for C for contribution, H for health, E for emotional freedom. The other E is for environmental freedom, R is for relationship freedom, S is for spiritual freedom, and F is for financial freedom. So that cheers to freedom frequency. All right. So the 7 freedoms. So contribution, I'm happy and I'm grateful and I appreciate that I can do the host, the call for chats, the collab calls on a Friday, and contribute in that way. And somebody actually just messaged me and say, you know, I'm coming to your call. I clicked the event page and she said, I'm coming to the call tomorrow. Give me the Zoom link. Love that. I've actually pushed it back a week, but still beautiful. Love that. Love that contribution. I'm happy and grateful and appreciate my health freedom. I'm happy and grateful and appreciate the app that I get to track my health like instantly at a glance. It's in my bag. I don't have to do anything. I've said it. It tracks it for me. Love it. I'm happy and grateful and appreciate my emotions. Oh, that I was able to process my emotions and have really difficult conversations through relationships and honor my truth and honor somebody else's truth and work through that without getting crazy mad, without going on a roller coaster, like really honoring my truth and asking for what it is that I want in a calm way. Love that. And that's what I've got on my vision board, that calm, that emotional intelligence and that self-awareness. Huge. I'm happy and grateful and appreciate the environment, being able to go out, like, yeah, being taken out actually, going out in Leeds. I'm excited. I don't even know where I'm going. And so I'm happy and grateful and appreciate that. I'm happy and grateful and appreciate the relationships that I've manifested with the most amazing man that is just lighting me up, just really lighting me up. Just, yeah. Even in the contrast and the dips, because we've been able to have hard conversations, and I set the intention to call in my one that I could do life with. And so it isn't always happy skippy, but being able to say, hey, this is a boundary for me. Like, you know what, I love that. Like, I've never had that. Never, ever, ever. I've been single for the last 3 years. 3 years, I can say it's actually 3 years. And I'm like, I'm shocked that I was single for that long, but I'm so grateful because I've grown so much and I realized just how much I've grown. I'm happy and grateful and appreciate the spiritual connection. For me, sharing my spiritual awakening story, but being able to be guided to a platform where I can inspire others, and having the cards for today, they were just beautiful from Kyle Gray. I'm happy and grateful financial freedom for the drink that I was bought on Saturday. I bought my friend a drink and somebody bought me a drink, and the bartender's like, hers is a double. That was really nice. Like, I had a lovely time for the new year. It didn't work out the way that I thought it was going to work out. Talk about that another day. But to be able to just go out, like, and to have that and not have to stay in because, oh, I haven't got any money to go out. Like, I've been there. That was really, really nice. It was lovely, actually. So I'm really happy and I'm really grateful for that. I just really am. So that is a wrap, I believe. I'm going to get ready. I've got to set off in like 10 minutes. Thank you so much for joining me. I would love to support you in launching your day, leading your day, and leaving your day and manifesting more light work and lifestyle balance. Come to the masterclass, The Spiritual Business Book Marketing on YouTube. There's a free replay in there. And there's a live, I go live here at the Soul Legacy TV on the last Monday of the month at 3 p.m. UK time. And there's bonus gifts in there for you. Play the Bank 50K in 50 Days Challenge with me. Come to the community, the Global Networking Hub, and join the monthly call. We have a soul-led community for ambitious spiritual coaches, earth angels, authors, and entrepreneurs doing their light work in the world. And so I have that space, and also the Women Over 40 in Spiritual Business network, and collaborating online and meeting in person. Super excited about that. I'll let you know about that. It's on Facebook, so you'll have a look. But I'm really looking forward to you sharing your gifts in there and cross promoting your free offering, your paid offering, your what launch dates you've got for 2025 and beyond. Like, I'm so excited. Cross promotion. And really, I'm just rooting for you. Somebody said actually on Facebook today, I saw a post, and she said, if you're reading this post, I'm rooting for you in 2025. I just want to see so many people have success. And I was like, that is so beautiful. Absolutely the same back. So I'm rooting for your success. Let me support you. This is a free masterclass. I would love to see you on it. Let me know if you've been there already. Invite a friend in. There's a chunk of stuff. There's bonus gifts that will support you in your media kit. There's bonus gifts that will support you in your business model. There's a bonus gift that is a one-page plan, which is at the core of my book. There's a free chapter in my book. There's 3 free chapters actually on how to start, build, and grow a successful online spiritual business on YouTube with a #1 best-selling book launch, if that is what you are into learning about. That is it. I will say to you, show up, speak out, and serve deep. Share your gifts and shine your light, because you were born to serve. It's all about the big vision and mission. That's soul tribe impact, soul family influence, and soul client income. Because yes. All right, can I get an amen? I will see you for next Thursday's episode. And tomorrow, again, it is Relationship Freedom Friday. Click to subscribe to this YouTube channel. I would love for you to join part of this and become part of the Soul Guided Influencers family. Big love. Take care. Speak.